Hello everyone, let's get started with the Monday forecast. So first we're taking a look at the euro and the US dollar. What I'm seeing a trend start to form to the downside. So in the prior price action we actually had a V reversal right here, then we had a range, and then we had a continuation of the second leg. So that's a common pattern where we get a V, small range, and a continuation of this second leg. As you can see here, it played out, and then there was a flag opportunity right here. So this would be the first low, first high, second low, second high. This would be the NG candle. The first bearish candle is the NG candle, but it was Monday morning. So on Monday morning I don't take any flags usually, and this one didn't fit my plan, but it would work out. It would be in profit now. And then we broke the low, got one candle momentum to the downside, got a good close, but currently I'm not looking for it to just retrace back to the entry point, which would be here. This would be the break and retest level where I would enter short, because this would just signal a V reversal and volatility. Also, we would just break out of this range and retrace, and we know that Mondays and Tuesdays are predominantly range bound, so I need to be a little bit more careful. But what I am looking for a break and then a retest from this point, and I'm looking for an impulse, then a flag. We can start to get a descending structure, then I would look for a reversal and a flag, or we can get an ascending from here, and then I would look for impulse to downside and a flag, also a possibility. Or because it's Monday and Tuesday, we can just stay range bound in this area. But I do think we're gonna break the low, so if we break the low, we will see what happens. As I said, I'm seeing this as a trend to the downside. I'm seeing a V range push down, pullback, and then another push down. So this one, I would say, is trending to the downside, and I'm looking for short trades. So now for the euro and the Japanese yen. So let me check what has happened now. This is the low. Okay, so we had a counter trend move right here. This one looks very similar to the euro. So we had this V reversal, we had a small range, and then we pushed to the downside with some really large momentum. This counter trend move right here, and so this can just retrace back, but this can also show us an impulse to the downside. And then I would look for a retest of the most recent low to look for a short trade, or if it gives us a flag, I would definitely enter it, because as on the euro, I'm seeing a trend to a downside. So I'm seeing this large push, pullback, and then a continuation. But this is starting to form a descending, as I can see, so this can also happen. Then a reversal, look for a flag to the upside. Or we can get a large push from here, and if it's a large push, I would look for a flag to the long side. We can also get an ascending structure, then I would look for a reversal and the flag to go short. And now let's take a look at the Aussie and US dollar. So this one has also shown us a volatility, then a continuation to the downside, then another V, so another volatility right here. This is that V reversal, and then a small range and a continuation of the second leg. So this would be the second leg, and this is that continuation, but it is just the one candle that broke out of this range. So currently I'm not looking for it to retrace back into the most recent low for the break and retest entry, but what I'm actually looking for a continuation, because this is just not enough. It just broke out with one candle, and a single candle is not showing me enough strength, so I want to see some more. What I would like to see, so I would like to see another push and then a retest of the most recent low, or a nice push and then a flag. Or what can happen, we can start to retrace, then I will look for a reversal, impulse to the upside, or we can get a impulse to the upside straight from here and look for a flag, if it's a large impulse, of course. Or we can get an ascending structure, so that is also a possibility. Impulse down, look for a flag. Or because it's Monday and Tuesday, we can just be range bound. Definitely something to keep in mind. So this is also a possibility to just stay range bound in this area. But as I said, this is some nice price action, but we broke out of this. I would say this is a range because we had this V and then a small range. So we broke out of the range with just one candle, and if we retrace back like this, then it can just continue in the range. So I'm not looking for an entry after this just one candle. As I said, I want to see some more. I want to see another impulse to downside, and then I would look for a short trade. But currently the euro pairs do look a little bit better, so the euro pairs are clearly trending to downside, and this one is just, well, correctively trending, but also showing us a V reversal and some ranges, so definitely need to be more patient on this pair. And now for the Aussie and the Japanese yen, this one also looks good. So we had a V reversal right here, continued with the second leg, then we had another V, I would say, and some momentum to downside. Small pullback, got a flag right here, so this would be the entry candle for the flag, but I didn't enter it. It didn't fit my plan because it was early Monday morning, and I don't take flags on a Monday morning usually. And we got a large wick right here and double aggressive retrace, so two candles signaling to us an aggressive retrace, which is very special on the Japanese pairs, because if you get a large wick and an aggressive retrace on the Japanese pairs, it just usually tends to reverse to the upside. But here it played out, so sometimes it can play out, but more times it just reverses to the upside. So yeah, after this flag we got another push to downside, and same as on the Aussie and the US dollar, it was just a one candle push, so not enough for me to enter on a trade. I'm not actually looking for, or maybe I would be willing if we do get some sort of a combo, then I would maybe look for a short trade, because I know that combos work really well on this pair. So maybe I would consider that. It all depends on what happens with the price action. But I think that this will more likely break the low, and then I'm definitely interested. I would look for a short trade, or I would look for a flag to go short. So I'm definitely then seeing a trend, large impulse pullback, another impulse pullback, and then another impulse. That is very, very high probability to continue to downside. Or we can just start to break and retrace to the downside, something like this, get a reversal and the flag to go long. Or we can get an ascending from here, an ascending structure, reverse down, get the flag. Or we can get a reversal straight from here, and then if it's a large impulse, so this impulse really needs to be large, because I don't want it just to see this. I don't want to see a V and then a flag. I want to see a large push to the upside and then a flag, as I just drew, something like this. Or because it's Monday and Tuesday, as I said, we can just get a range, so that is also something to expect, because it's start of the week, so the volatility is not that high, and usually we don't get some really good trends at the beginning of the week, but they usually start on a Wednesday. So yeah, that is it for the forecast. Currently all of the pairs look good except maybe Aussie and US dollar. It looks a little bit lagging and a little bit slower, but the other ones are definitely looking good, and I'm looking for entries on all of them to go short. So yeah, that is it for the forecast, and I will see you in the next one.